How's everybody doing this evening? Welcome to the broadcast tonight, and hopefully all is well. Welcome. Good to see you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being here. And tonight, if you ever think about getting into management, getting into management, um, something like that, or being a manager, it's not easy. Excuse me. It's not easy. Definitely. I think it takes a certain individual to be able to motivate and communicate with people in the workplace. And I think it really, um, it's if because you've got all kinds of different personalities, you got more on your shoulders to carry to make sure things are getting done, production, the coworkers are producing, and plus you want to keep your employees happy. Yeah, it's important. And I think in this country, I think we've lost a lot of work ethic and um, acknowledging your workforce and your employees that you manage. And and I think it's important to keep that in mind. And to being a manager or coordinator, you have to keep things running smooth, and it's a lot of responsibility. So if you're thinking into getting into management, that's what we're going to talk about tonight as different management styles that you can use. So if you go and take a class, people skills are essential. If you've got a team or people that you're going to be over in a workplace, people skills, you have to know how to talk to people there, and especially with the different personalities. So I always thought, practice the golden rule. How would you want to be treated in everything? And you have, I guess, to be, sometimes you got to be tough. Sometimes you got to kind of be soft. Sometimes you got to let the employees just do their thing. So we're going to be talking about all that and getting the best of it. And definitely, I always thought too, you talk to people, not at people. Sometimes you have to be blunt. Sometimes you have to be a little, abrupt, abrasive sometimes, but all given under circumstances. So tonight, that's what we're going to talk about is different management, different management styles. So hopefully this will be informative, and this will be help if you're, if you want to get into management in the workplace. But I think definitely it's really important, I think, to learn people skills and learn different management styles to get the best of your employees and make them feel, especially to keep them happy. So anyway, this is my first career topic in a long time. It's been a while since I've talked about anything business or career oriented. So hopefully if you're thinking about getting into management, we're going to get into that. So myself, I have been a manager. I have had people that I've had to deal with and work with and different personalities. So I wish back then, well, I wish could have, would have, should have. did this myself back then, is took a class or anything on management and people skills. So, anyway, this evening we're going to get into these several of these management styles. So, I hope you can use these um, in your career building, and you can use these as you put in, for a management position if one opens at your place of employment. Thinking about being a manager before you take it. Learn the pros and cons. Know those, and if you'd be successful at it, make sure that that would be something that you would know you would be successful at. So anyway, we're going to go over several of these management styles, and so I hope this helps. Make any comments, suggestions on them. If there's anything I left out, let me know and comment. Okay. So anyway, let's go. The first style of management is called autocratic. Autocratic. And it's a management style that puts the manager at the top of the pyramid on the team. You make decisions and control projects without soliciting input from team members or other stakeholders. And this manager is likely to take complete control of projects and the teams, making decisions without input from others. Now, it's more likely to give direct directions than to inspire team members towards solutions. And they might be more focused and detailed than a big picture vision. Now, you're not likely to elicit feedback, especially from subordinates, and the feedback they give might be more critical and punitive than constructive. So, this really isn't too productive for a team because it takes a top down approach that leaves employees feeling disempowered and on edge. I hate the feeling of walking on eggshells and everything you do is wrong. Yeah. And you don't have much input. You're not asked for input, but this style can be useful temporarily when a business faces a crisis, something happens, there's a deadline, maybe one of the machines breaks down, you have there's a plan with this. And these leaders and managers are skilled at making decisions fast. So when you don't have time to get input and weigh options out, this is where it would work. So that is autocratic management style. And the next style we have democratic management style. And it's the opposite of autocratic. And it puts the voice of the team in the forefront in decision making and project management. The manager seeks input from coworkers and other stakeholders to drive the vision and direction of projects. Because you think they're the ones doing the work. You're just overseeing to make sure things are running. And if there's a problem, they have a question, you know what to do, you know how to handle it, and you can jump in and direct or teach or, show somebody maybe something that they don't know yet. Oh, okay. You know, so, and you can listen to the people who actually do the work, or, because, in order to be a manager, you have to start from somewhere. So you have to gone through it yourself. So this manager is likely to solicit and implement feedback and input from the team, company leadership, and other project stakeholders before making a final decision. And you can designate decision makers other than themselves for various projects to ensure variety and diversity of opinion. So, everybody knows, somebody can find out a certain way to do something where someone else maybe never thought of it before. oh, okay, we can do that too. Never thought of that. It doesn't mean you don't know what you're doing. It doesn't mean it's just you find things out and you see things and you know so you're not prone to snap decisions. So the environment of consideration and debate gives everyone a voice for the project or the job you're doing to make it run smooth, to know whose strengths and and learn what strengths and weaknesses your employees have. Definitely. That's something else to take into account because someone might be good with some technical stuff. Someone might be good with mathematics stuff. Someone might be good with machinery. Some might be good. So everyone has strengths and weaknesses. And a manager, I think I always tried to find out who, what strengths everyone had and focus on their strengths and include everybody. So, okay. And this is something that has you can use on most every workplace scenario of your workplace because the team members have their voices heard and it ensures projects and goals are seen from diverse perspectives depending on the company's team's ability to innovate, adapt, and serve a broader customer base if that's what you're doing. Okay. So that is democratic, very open to as a team and listening to your employees and hearing them out and their opinions and ideas and including everybody in every, in aspects of the project you're doing or the job that needs to go out. And this is called laissez-faire management style. And it's a hands-off approach and you let the team members and coworkers work independently and make the decisions. Here's the job. You know how to run it. You know how to do it. If you have a question, let me know. If you need something breaks down, you need something that needs to be fixed, you need more materials, you need more whatever, let me know and we'll make sure you get it. And but you know what you're doing. Go at it. Have at it. You know what you're doing. And sometimes these managers will focus on their own work too. And you don't have to hover and be in control and over all your coworkers because it takes a lot of trust. You trust your coworkers. Like I said, this is they know what to do. They've been trained on it. They know the machine, they know the program, they know whatever the job is. They know what they're doing. They've done it. You don't need to manage much with people. Let them do their job and let them know if they need anything or have any questions. Like I said, so you don't really need or offer much feedback and you don't offer direction unless, it's asked for if you're needed. And you don't make or guide decisions and you let the individual team members make decisions as they see fit so they can adjust to the job that they're doing, whatever it calls for. Printing, whatever, if something needs, you know, whatever, they know the tools, they know the parts, they know anything, whatever it is. And you might have a different ideas and for different jobs, but you might not be able to communicate those clearly either, though. And that could be kind of that can kind of be a negative on that one too. So because a lot of times, like for me, when you go to teach somebody something or something like that, For me and some people, it's different. It's like trying to explain because you've done it so many times. Trying to explain it to someone else is kind of hard. It's kind of difficult because you just automatically know how to do it. You've done it for so long, but when you go to show somebody, it's hard to communicate that and go through that with somebody. It's because you're just so used to doing it instead of verbally telling them how to do it. You might have to literally, here, let me show you how to do it because I can't explain it because I just do it. So here, more hands on. And this could be bad. And like I said, this has got its pros and cons, definitely. And your coworkers might kind of feel helpless and lack um, structure or direction. I think you still have to kind of keep order in this management style, and it can kind of maybe get away from you. Even though your employees, your coworkers know what they're doing, sometimes letting things go so much that things kind of gets lost or gets um, the scheduling gets off or something. You still have to make sure things are running smooth, everything's on time, and things are and stuff like that. So that can kind of have its cons on that one, you know. So next management style is bureaucratic. Bureaucratic. So this management style relies on rules, policies, and a lot of procedures and structure rather than worrying about your personality or if people like you or things like that. And your coworkers are evaluated on standard criteria and are planned according to procedure, and goals are meticulously measured and reported. Now, this kind of management, you document everything, processes, goals, evaluations, communications down the line. And it is flexible for varying employee needs and work styles. So you have to evaluate everyone according to the same standards and communicate with everyone according to the plan, according to guidelines, according to how things are going to be done. And this is found more in larger companies where you've got hundreds to thousands of employees and different projects and going on and things like that. So you can't show a lot of favoritism or bias because you've got so many, the political that enters the workplace, you know. Um, so and even like government, you got a job for the government, in the public. So everything has to be on the up and up. Everything has to be on the up and up. So this bureaucratic management style can help keep your coworkers on the same page with communication and getting jobs done. Okay. So that is bureaucratic management style. Now you got servant leadership management style. And this puts the employee's needs, growth, and professional development ahead of the manager. And that prioritizes team bonding and employee well-being. So this management style is concerned with their relationship with their employees and coworkers and their happiness and being able to come in and want to come to work and be there and enjoy what they do. And actually, I got a good job. How many people can actually say they like their job, or I have a good job, or I've got a good manager, or I've got a good boss, or, I wonder if there's a poll I can find on it. So, and this is a management styles that will solicit feedback and adjust the style, but aren't likely to offer feedback and criticism to your coworkers. So you might not offer and have like clear direction on a task or project, but you regularly check in, engage what's going on and their moods and how their job is coming along. And definitely you've got your coworkers' backs. So you might get the brunt of feedback and expectations from others higher up, or maybe to protect the team members, but you know, from the criticism or if they pile on extra work. And this mindset of management is to a set for any manager with balanced with other management styles. And it makes coworkers feel heard, cared for, and it can foster an attitude of service and care among each other in the work that you do. But you might struggle to meet company goals and motivate your coworkers and their professional development if they lose maybe their focus, or um, if you focus too much on one thing. So it's important to include not only your coworkers' well-being, but also the projects. Business is business, so you still have to keep everybody on the same page, in the same direction, and support. All right. And this management style is coaching. Coaching. And this focuses on an employee coworker professional development. And this incorporates regular feedback, training, and day to day support to develop and focus on your coworker skills and strengths. Now, a coach management style is definitely, you've done it before, you know what you're doing. So you share what you know and show other coworkers how different jobs can be done, or tricks or whatever of the trade, so to speak, and things like that. And you put your coworkers' needs and strengths first and foremost. And you're more in tune and more into your coworkers' strengths, needs, and skills for that project or for that job that needs to be done, or, to keep the business going smoothly and running, and, you know, and use business objectives to help coworkers recognize their strengths and their skills. And you'll provide feedback, guidance, advice, and resources to help your coworkers develop and get better, just get better at what they do, and help them. So you can, coaching is, I think, really important management style. And this is a charismatic management style. And this relies on the leader's personality and energy to inspire, engage, and to motivate. And you're in tune and you with your coworkers and in charge of how their energy and how their attitudes and moods around everybody. So you can have all types of personalities, of course, at your workplace. So some you can make friends easily, effortlessly, and you know how to relay information and speak with each coworker based on the person's communication style and mood. So that's really reading your employees, your coworkers, and definitely leading by example. Are you moody? Are you someone, it depends on your mood a lot too, of how it affects your coworkers and doing their job and who your employees. So moods. So you can come in with a bad mood right off the bat. Something could have happened on the drive there. It usually always happens in the car, right? Someone can cut you off. Someone's driving and doing something like, you got to be kidding me moment, right? Or, it's like, so you can get in a bad mood before you even get to work. I mean, you got to sit in traffic every morning. Maybe, it's, the morning's tough. That's for sure, right? So, anyway, this management style, you rise to the top in business because you exhibit the traits or culture favors extroversion, congeniality, positivity. And these managers that aren't naturally more charismatic can get burnt out trying too hard with it and trying to be a certain type or trying to, you can get burnt out in probably any of this. And you can get burnt out in anything. But you can also be an asset to inspire and have a vision and pull, and that everybody is behind, that everybody is behind, and know how to pull back when you need to be tough, maybe, or if you need to be kind of more difficult with someone, maybe, or things get kind of more rough, or relay some kind of criticism. So you don't want to have a toxic personality and get away from toxic positivity. Okay. So that is the charismatic. You're very outgoing, very, easygoing, easy to get along with, easy to talk to people, easy, and you listen to people, get them in a better mood. But then, like I said, all these has pros and cons depending on the individual. So that's why I think after reading through these, it's good to have a little bit of each style that you can fall back on for any situation and any personality in the workplace. And everybody, some people just need to be approached differently. Definitely. But always respect one another, period. Respect. All right. So this management style is transactional. Transactional. And this management style rewards employees for meeting specific milestones in jobs that you get done. And it sets expectations and relies on the promise of reward to motivate. And this kind of coincides with bureaucratic managers because you document and track and report the jobs and who's doing, and how they're doing, timelines, things like that. and you communicate clear timelines and expectations to your coworkers and offer incentives to reach milestones. Or even, look, if we get this job done ahead of schedule, we'll reward you. We'll have a day off. We'll have a 3-day weekend or something like that paid. Whatever it is, whatever the reward is, we'll cater in lunch. We will do something. If we get this job done before this date, right? Right. So definitely. And you'll offer regular feedback to help employees achieve objectives, though employees will always be aware of where they stand too. And that's important too, to be respected, know where you stand, how to communicate, and you make decisions based on defined objectives and incentives to do the same. So this can be an asset to your coworkers, and more competitive workers might be motivated by rewards, even if those rewards are small, because they're just go-getters. Nothing wrong with that. But your transactional management style is best suited for cases and situations where you have the authority and resources to do these rewards, commissions, bonuses, other type of benefits. So that is, so so this builds a more relationship between your coworkers in a company and you as a manager. So this is transformational. Transformational. And this focuses on inspiring and motivating employees to think outside the box, raise the bar, challenge yourselves to achieve goals and reach your full potential. Now, this could motivate developing coworkers as the highest managerial priority. That's your job, is to motivate and get your coworkers to go to challenge themselves and go, you know, and always be better. And this is going to be rapid growth, constant change that you thrive for. So you don't get bored and stagnant. Be a big thinker. Pushing the vision forward of the company forward, and encourage your co-workers to do the same thing. If you get them on board, a lot can be accomplished, so much, right? So this is important for a growing company, a new company, a startup, or fast changing jobs or company, that you need to be skilled at steering your coworkers through change and developing coworker members, your coworkers, to the company's changing needs. So this is situational management style. And this is a mix of everything we've talked about as far as management styles: autocratic, democratic, laissez faire, bureaucratic, servant leadership, coaching, charismatic, transactional, transformational. This is situational. And this style is adapted to the situation and coworkers' members' needs. And in this management style, you understand the pros and cons of all these management styles: what works, what doesn't work, what's best, how to apply them to different coworkers when doing jobs and getting jobs done in a workplace. And you can adopt different styles during a crisis. If something breaks down, if something, you know exactly how to approach your coworkers, to manage them through. Okay. And even a democratic leadership to name company values, coaching with green employees who are new and learning, and bureaucratic, motivational with more competitive workers who wants to be challenged and who, they get bored easily. Okay. And this is to manage with large, diverse teams and varied projects. So you're going to need to adopt different styles to meet the needs of your coworkers. Excuse me, of your coworkers. So you can use really any one of these in any given situation. It's just knowing how to approach your coworker to get your job done, to stay on task, to get the job done, reward, whatever. So sometimes you just can't be one specific type of manager. Like I said, I think it depends a lot on the individual. And to find out your coworker strengths, and especially before you're a manager, because you already know them. And unfortunately, it does change things. I don't know why, but yes, you're a manager now. And, unfortunately, you're kind of a boss. So you may know and become friends here at your job, but you're a manager. Now you're above them, so to speak, in the workplace, and you're going to have to direct them now. Some will respect that and others won't. It is what it is. Especially if you've been there long enough, you put your time in, you know what you're doing, you've been in the business, and you've worked for a company for however many years, you deserve there. You deserve it. You you're good with people. You know how to communicate. You know how to get the best of people, the best out of them, and you know how to talk to them, not at them, when the situation calls for it. Like I said, everybody's different, and everybody has different personalities. So if you work with your coworkers long enough, you kind of get to know them on that level. But like I said, unfortunately, it does change things. It does change things, and that just can't be helped. So some people are going to see you as the enemy, or they just might, you know, some might cringe at the idea of you being a manager now. That's on them. You deserve to be there. Like I said, you deserve that position. You've worked hard. You know what you're doing. You've been with the company for long enough, and you're entitled and you're due. You paid your dues and you deserve it. Nothing wrong with that. That's a blessing. But knowing how to treat other people, like I said, learn these management styles and get more into them, and especially with people skills. Learn what kind of different personalities people have. Maybe we'll do that as a topic, different personalities, because you're going to come across them. And you may not like somebody as a manager and you don't get along in the first place. Well, you got to learn, you got to adjust. So, anyway, so that is the topic for this evening. And if you're looking to be a manager, you'd like to get into management, look further into this and look at different, look up different articles, look up different information on these different management styles, or maybe one I may have forgotten to mention, or because most of the articles mention the same ones, because I try to research, several articles and to make sure. And usually, like I said, most of them always come up with pretty much the same thing. So if you think you're kind of in you're got a promotion coming up, you're picked to be a manager, check these out. Read up on them and see which one will work for you in any situation. All right. All right. So anyway, thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Please subscribe to the channel at lsfl number 4 letter U and subscribe. And if you have any comments or suggestions for topics, please let me know. But I haven't done a career topic in quite a while. So hopefully this will help you in your quest and your, if management's for you and you would be good with people and you know how to motivate, and you can use these different styles of management. So anyway, I appreciate it. We'll be back with another Bible discussion soon. And anyway, I appreciate it. We'll have hopefully we'll have some merchandise soon. Working on that, getting that. So anyway, but thank you again, and hopefully we will see you all very soon. Have a good night, and God bless. Take care now. Bye.